Hey YouTube, I'm going to touch on a little extra special deal for you today. And this is how I sell $2,000 a week and maximize my profits here. And you can see I'm down to like 9,000 items. I had a high of 12,000 at one time, but I sell quite a bit. And my sales for $2,000 a week in sales, I have an average sell price of $20.83 per item. So what I'm selling is bread and butter items. I'm selling uh, bin store finds, garage sale finds, estate sale finds, and thrift stores. And let me tell you how I maximize my profits. First of all, is I take advantage of bulk deals where if I go to a garage sale or I go to an estate sale, I will make a pile and then say, hey, how much for everything? And you'll be surprised how many times that they'll give you a good cheap price because you're hauling off a bunch of their stuff that they're trying to get rid of. Estate sales. I will go into estate sales sometimes if I go straight to the closet because I'm looking for clothing because I'm a clothing seller. So a lot of times I will go in there, and if I see a closet that's decent and there's stuff that I want, I'll go in there and I'll make a deal for buy the entire closet. You go find the person running the estate sale and you say, hey, how much if I buy the whole closet? And a lot of you'll be surprised at the deals. I have bought closets for $200-300, and it filled up my pickup truck. I mean, the whole back of the truck was filled with clothing. Now, what I do is I tell them, I will take I want to make a deal for the entire closet. I will take everything, the good and the bad. And let me tell you something. A lot of estate sale people, they want to take that deal because their job is to sell everything in that house for the family. Because what isn't sold at the end is donated, and then there's a tax credit for the donation that the family will get. That at the end of the year, that's hardly any money in your pocket on your taxes. Trust me, it's minimal. They want cash in hand and the stuff gone. And a lot of times, estate sale, they are more than happy to make a deal to if you take every single piece of clothing off their hands. Now, I may come out of there and I may have 2-3 bags of trash, but that's okay. I've got 4 or 5 bags of product that I'm selling and making a killing off of because my cost per item is down into the pennies. And that's one of the ways I strike deals here and maximize my profits. So take advantage of your estate sales. Go in there, and if you see something, you see enough good stuff in there, go in there and make a deal with the seller, the estate sale person. And trust me, you'll be surprised at how many times they'll let you take the whole closet for $200 or $300, and you can walk out of there with a lot of product at a minimal cost. So I take advantage of the estate sales like that. I take a sale to garage sales. I'll go to a garage sale. I'll make a bundle of stuff and go up to the person, and a lot of times they'll give you a really good price as well. My local Goodwills here in North Texas, they have Senior Citizen Day on Tuesday, 25% off. And if you can see from all the gray hair, I happen to qualify. So I will go in there and I will do some shopping and I'll pick out some cherry items because I know at the end I'm getting 25% off, and that 25% is going straight in my pocket. So I save money that way. I go to the bin store. I make 2 trips a week to the bin store and pick up product. My average cost of the bin store is $1.30 an item, maybe $1.40. It went up over the years. It used to be $1.20. I think I'm up to almost $1.40, $1.38 an item is my average cost from the bin store. And with average sales of $20.83, that's profit. That's money in your pocket. And then there's other thrift stores that I go out that have different sales, and I maximize my sales. I have my route scheduled. I know which stores have which sales on what days, and I'm heading there on that day when the doors open to get in there and get the stuff and get out and move on to the next one. So buy things on sale, buy things on bulk, negotiate deals at garage sales and estate sales. Now, just don't walk up to a garage sale and with one item and then try to strike a deal. Go in there, pick out a whole pile of stuff, and go up there and say, hey, say they have their shirts at $1 a piece. And I go up there and I grab 20 shirts and I go up there and I say, hey, how much if I take all this? And you'll be surprised how many times instead of at $1 a piece, they'd want $20, but because I took a whole armload up there, they'll go, oh, $10, $15, because they want that stuff gone and the money in their pocket. And you got to strike deals like that to cut your costs, put your product costs down, and you make your money. And $2,000 a week, I do that by moving bread and butter items. I'm not selling Gucci or those other brands, Fendi and stuff like that. I mean, I don't even know those brands. That's not my business model. My business model is bread and butter mall store brands. I'm selling the most expensive item I may sell might be a Robert Graham shirt. All right, but most of the stuff I'm selling T-shirts like this. I'm selling AT&T branded clothing to the employees, grocery stores, food, McDonald's, Jack in the Box. That's my bread and butter. Logo T-shirts, things like that. That's my bread and butter. That's how I make my money. That's how I make $2,000 a week, because I deal in volume. I just put my items at a good price. I put sales up because I want my stuff coming in and out, in and out, in and out. I don't want this. If this stuff sits here, you see this product here? See all these rows of shelves here and here? How many items do you think I got right here? Huh? Oh, there's more rows here. Look at this. See this? Look, another row here. And if you look on this side, there's another row there. All right, that's a lot of product in here. And let me tell you something. I owe zero on all this product because I've done these bulk deals, and I go to the bin store. Say I spent $40, I guarantee you there's 2 items in that cart that will sell and make my profit back, and the rest of my product is free. And that's how I fill my inventory with these bread and butter store brands and mall brands. And that's how I do my business, and I want the volume. I want 25 to 30 sales a day, every single day, and that's how I'll make my $20,000 or $2,000 a week in sales. $2,000 a week in sales is $104,000 a year. That's 6 figures selling used clothing, and you can go bigger than that if you want. The sky's the limit on this stuff. Look at Tekken Sports. That gentleman made millions of dollars. I've sold 7 figures already on eBay just in pre-owned clothing. Alrighty, don't. Get yourself a business model, whatever it is. And I'm not saying don't go after the bangers. I'm not saying don't create the store that you just going to sell bangers. It depends on what you want to do. You have a banger store, you're going to work harder on the other side. And you know where the other work is? Finding the stuff, sourcing this stuff. Because let me tell you something, everybody's hunting for bangers, and you're going to have to go and spend a lot of time every day sourcing, trying to find those bangers. Now, your average sell price is higher, but you put a lot more work into finding each item than I do finding all my bread and butter stuff. I go to the bin store. It takes me longer to drive to the bin store and back than it does inside the bin store. I go in, I hit everything, I'm out with $30, $40 worth of product, and that I paid 30 or 40, and I got 300 or 400 right there in my cart. I'm into a thrift store and out. I went in and I grabbed my items. I know what I buy. I know what I sell. I know what I won't. And I go in there, get it. I don't mess around. Time is money. Time is money. I spend less than 6 hours a week sourcing to sell $2,000 a week. And it takes me longer to list the stuff than it does to source it, and it doesn't take me long to list because I've got templates made, and I've got for my stuff that I sell, and I can bang, 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 and bust this stuff out and do 40, 50, 60 listings a day, no problem. And that's my business model. That's how I do it. You can either spend your time sourcing or you can spend your time listing. Personally, I'd rather spend my time listing because if I don't list it, it doesn't get sold. It doesn't matter what I have. If it's not out there where people can see it, they're not going to buy it. They can't buy it. Alrighty. Now, just your choice. How do you want to set up your business? Do you want to be a high volume, lower profit store, or you want to be a high profit, low volume? And there's balances in between. So just figure out the one that works for you and the one that you like doing, and do it that way, and then go out there and make a bunch of money.